I'm a flowing nigga, they knew who I was. Ain't no one above. Ain't no one flowing better than this nigga, you probably know, huh? And my bread up too, nigga, and you probably seen that too, huh? You probably seen me on islands you ain't never gonna be too, huh? And you mad at me and I understand, but I keep winning, I keep making that money, man. And I keep breading, I keep stamping that passport up. Keep going places you ain't never heard of, nigga. I'm just the one. You probably wish it was me, nigga. You probably wish you could do repeat. Start all over from the beginning, start way before me. But you never gonna catch up, nigga. I've been there before you. And you mad at me, my nigga, because of that, nigga. I can see it too. But my bread up high, so I really don't care. I just keep stacking that money, and I am that man here, so. You wish you was travel rap. You wish you could have something too far back, but now you look like a cloud chaser popping up in 2021. But niggas like me got loaded guns no matter the year though, huh? I got stacks high as hell too. Good evening and welcome to Let's Talk Travel Podcast. This is episode 1 and I'm here with the great Mrs. Rochelle Ray from LA on Instagram, and we're going to go over the early years of Jamaica, 2007 to 2009, the first trip we took together and the ones before. So I'm going to start off by saying we're sitting in the backyard with the sound of crickets, having some wine, having some shots, having a diablito, trying to just bring in the Jamaica feel. And this is how we gonna do this. So say something, Ray. How you doing tonight?
I'm fine. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
We're gonna go over Jamaica tonight. So we're gonna we already had a couple shots on our bodies, so this is our very first episode, so you gotta kind of be lenient with us. But we're gonna go over your very first trip. Let us know about the flight, the lack of tourists, and how it was way more locals than it was tourists at the moment.
Well, actually, that was the longest flight I had ever had going to Jamaica. We stopped in Georgia, and we stayed over. Then from Georgia, we went to, I think, Florida the first time. And we had to wait because that was the international exchange right there. From there, the flight was 2 hours from Florida to Jamaica, to Montego Bay. But anyway, we got to Montego Bay and we waited for a ride. And they had buses that you can pay maybe $1 or $2 to take in to Negril. So we got there in the evening.
Yeah, not to cut you off, this was 2007, so the prices have quadrupled since then when they were going. So go ahead, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Of course they have. I've been back since 2007, 2008. But my first trip was pitch dark, going down this road from Montego Bay to Negril, and that ride was wow, almost 2 hours riding. But anyway, all you couldn't see anything because it was so pitch dark, and you could hear nothing but crickets everywhere. It was so loud, it sounded like the crickets was on the ride with you. It was a beautiful sound, but wow, they have millions and millions of crickets. You think our crickets or something? Just go to Negril, go to Jamaica, and hear their crickets. But the flight was nice, and the road from Montego Bay to Negril I enjoyed. I kind of nodded a little bit, and then we had to stop on the road to get some jerk chicken. That was fun. But it was pretty nice. Whew.
And that was wild. That was 2007. I actually got invited to go, but I decided to stay back and work. and party here. I was younger, and I kind of regret missing those years and those times I could have had. But we're gonna go ahead and she also went 2008 and invited me.
2010.
Yeah, she's been every year. She normally stays 4 months a year. Just the pandemic is kind of still up in the air for her, because who knows if she'll be able to go in October due to this pandemic that's going on now, which will probably hopefully not break her streak, but we're gonna try to get her there like we normally do. But yeah, so we're gonna fast forward now to 2009, the trip when I came. I finally listened. Actually, this isn't my everyone thinks that Jamaica 2009 was my very first trip, but international trip, but actually in the early 90s and the mid 90s, I went to Mexico with my mom and dad, which was TJ, Rosarito area. So I can no longer say Jamaica was my very first country. It was my very first passport stamp, but yeah, 2009, we're going to go over that trip. This was a pretty amazing trip, because this is one of the ones where we got everybody there, every close family member, friend, our family member over there named Bill. He's like a brother to me and like a son to my mom, so he's been in the family for 15 plus years. We were all together sitting in the H building at a hotel we will not give you the name of, but it's where we go every single year as family. We had the H building, and we were all sitting in there drinking, having fun. And one person of the family wasn't there, and we were all questioning it. And then we were sitting at the table, drinking, and then he just pops up, like poof, I'm here. And that kind of made the party more happier and lively when he showed up. But
we were having fun.
We were having fun. We
went to Ocho Rios. We've been all around to the Blue Lagoon. Each day we had like different things to do. I think the first year, 2007, 2008, we went to the Blue Hole. And that was beautiful. It's their mineral water.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Later on, they sold out to
Switzerland.
And they took it over, and it was kind of hard to get in there to get trips to go through Bob Marley's cave and stuff like that. But before Switzerland bought it, I went to the Blue Hole and we did the whole tour. You go into Bob Marley's cave, and at the beginning you see the little cup where he used to sit and meditate. They had spring water that you could drink from. They would let you sample it, and different things like that. It's very interesting when you go there, because you learn about the culture, and you learn about the coffee, which is Blue Mountain coffee, in different places. And then where's the Kingston? My first trip, I went to Kingston. Oh, that was oh my God! Before they did the roads, before they redid the roads, that was a hell of a trip, because everything was rocky. But now, since Jamaica had put in new roads and stuff, the rides are smoother. So it's really interesting. It's very spiritual. Something that I would tell everyone they should experience, because going there it's a beautiful experience.
So that's one thing I was going to ask you about too, because your very first time going to Kingston was way different than the last time I went, which was 2019.
Oh my God, yeah, it was.
Back then when you went, it was a little bit more on the rough end. Like you were saying, there was no roads to really get there. The road that I went on, they had just built a year before. So I can only imagine how it was in 2007 when you went.
Yeah, it was rocky. And then it took a long way now. Since they have the new highway through there, the trip is shorter and smoother and more relaxed.
Okay, so that covers a little bit of 2007, 2008. The Blue Hole, we can touch on that a little bit more because they pretty much closed the Blue Hole. Was that 2015 when I went? And Switzerland had bought it out, and they were charging a whole bunch of money to get in it. And then recently they reopened it, but when I went, I was told that they don't even do the storytelling no more. They don't give you the history of the place. It's just tourists go to jump in the water and they don't know what they're actually jumping into, which to me is pretty sad. But I wish they would keep it the same or go back to how it was, because I think it's very educational for people to know who was swimming in those waters, how it was created, who owned it first, etc., etc. But unfortunately,
I met the woman that owned it. She was an Indian.
Did too. She was an Indian woman. So that's a little bit of the Blue Hole. So now we should talk about, because we did a lot of adventures on that 2009 trip, the Blue Hole, which we just covered. We hung out in a room a lot, drank, smoked some of the finest ganja known to man. And remember, the lobsters were $8 on the beach when I first went. Freshly caught. Remember that?
Yeah. They have a guy that walks around that has a bucket and little big containers of lobsters if you want to buy lobsters.
I don't know what happened to that guy because I have not seen him anymore. Maybe the resorts got mad at him or something. But that used to be 3 lobsters for the price of 1.
Then they had the lady that sell papaya, avocados, and all that, and she was a fruit lady. And she used to come on YouTube. I actually met her. She walked around the beach hollering, "Fruit! Fruit!"
Yeah, we still see her.
She's really famous, so you'll see her. She's on YouTube.
Yeah, she's on YouTube. You see her, you still see. That's one of the ones you still see from back in the days when I first started going, which is cool. And it's really good at running to people there that know. They normally pat their chest and heart and point at you like you were here back in the day when nobody wasn't. So that's what makes it beautiful to me, because they remember. They were like, man, you were here, like before this tourist thing blew up, before Instagram got it. You guys were here, and I respect that and love that about you guys. So that's a good thing about Jamaica. One of the things I love about going every single year.
They don't forget you.
They do not forget you.
And they don't lie. They don't like to lie.
They don't lie.
They don't like you to lie to them. But
so yeah,
culture is a beautiful culture if you learn how to talk Padwan, or you've been around a while to understand it and really kind of start saying a few words.
Yes,
you understand it. They won't teach it to you because that's their secret language.
Yeah, if you go for so long, you kind of catch on to a lot of the words. Like I took a friend for the first time last year, and they didn't understand a single word that anybody was talking. But I was catching on the words, like having conversation, and they would come to me and say, "Damn, you understood what he said?" I was like, "Yeah. Everybody here knows you." I'm like, it's been coming forever. So it's as you know, this past year Dream Weekend was pretty much shut down because of this year was shut down because of the pandemic. But another thing that we do every single year, have done from the beginning of going to Jamaica, was the boat ride to Booby Cay. Gilligan's Island.
Gilligan's Island, yeah. When you're talking about lobsters, they cook a lobster dinner over there. Sorry, I guess I'm enjoying my drink too much. But you can buy you a lobster dinner over there, cooked with garlic butter and stuff like that, and few sides. Really delicious. They catch it fresh while you're there. They catch it, they kill it, and they cook it for you.
Yeah, that's the freshest lobster you're gonna get in the world, possibly. Some places you'll get it like that. You catch islands, and for that good reasonable price to have a really, really large lobster, that's probably one of the top 10 in the world. But yeah, that's a trip that we always do every single time we go. And this is just a little bit of part one of our podcast, and we're gonna have a little intermission, a little break, and we're gonna get to second half. So hope you guys enjoying it.